An NFL backfield just changed overnight. The Houston Texans are acquiring running back David Montgomery in a trade with the Detroit Lions. In return, Detroit receives offensive lineman Juice Scruggs, a 2026 fourth round pick, and a 2027 seventh round pick. On paper, it's a straightforward transaction. In reality, it says a lot about where both franchises believe they are headed. Let's start with Houston. The Texans entered the offseason looking for stability in their run game. In 2025, they ranked 22nd in rushing yards per game, averaging just over 108 yards. Rookie Woody Marks led the team with 703 rushing yards. Nick Chubb is a pending free agent. Joe Mixon missed the entire 2025 season with a foot injury. There were questions about durability, questions about identity, questions about whether Houston could control games on the ground when it mattered most. David Montgomery answers part of that. Over the last 3 seasons with Detroit, Montgomery rushed for 2,506 yards and scored 33 touchdowns. He has built a reputation as a physical, decisive runner who thrives in short yardage situations and goal line packages. He isn't flashy, he's reliable. And for a young quarterback and evolving offense, reliability matters. Montgomery will enter the 2026 season as Houston's clear number one back. He is set to make $5.49 million this season, the first year of a 2-year extension worth $18.25 million that he signed with Detroit in October 2024. Financially manageable, contractually stable. On the other side, Detroit's decision reflects a different calculus. Montgomery's role diminished in 2025. Playing alongside 3-time Pro Bowler Jahmyr Gibbs, he saw his lowest usage of his career despite playing all 17 games. His rush attempts dropped. His snap share fell to 33% over the final stretch of the season. He did not record more than 10 carries in any of Detroit's final 8 games. The Sonic and Knuckles pairing, Gibbs for speed, Montgomery for strength, had become a fan favorite. Gibbs even posted a broken heart emoji alongside an image of the duo's video game counterparts after the trade became public. But football decisions aren't made on sentiment, they're made on projection. Detroit may believe that Gibbs can handle a heavier workload, or that reallocating resources toward offensive line depth and draft capital serves their long term strategy. Montgomery himself acknowledged on social media that everything he does next carries a piece of Detroit with it: the work ethic, the edge, the heart. That message signals respect, but it also confirms movement. There's another layer here for Houston. Joe Mixon's future becomes clearer. League sources expect the Texans will most likely release Mixon. Injuries, contract considerations, and backfield redundancy make that path logical. Montgomery provides certainty where there was ambiguity. He's durable, he's experienced, he understands playoff caliber football. For Detroit, this move suggests confidence in internal development. They drafted Gibbs high for a reason. His explosiveness redefined their offensive rhythm. Moving Montgomery shifts the backfield identity towards speed and versatility. For Houston, it's about toughness, balance, a runner who can close games in December. Montgomery turns 29 in June. That places him in the experienced phase of his career, but not necessarily decline. His style relies on vision and contact balance more than pure speed. The trade cost is reasonable: a fourth round pick 2 years out, a seventh round pick the following year. Juice Scruggs adds depth to Detroit's offensive line room. No blockbuster headlines, but meaningful implications. Trades like this often reshape offensive philosophy quietly. The Texans may lean more heavily into play action, more downhill sets, more red zone efficiency. Detroit may expand Gibbs's versatility. More motion, more open field opportunities. The league is constantly recalibrating. This trade is part of that adjustment. For Houston, it signals urgency. For Detroit, it signals evolution. And for David Montgomery, it marks the beginning of a new chapter, one where he once again becomes the centerpiece of a backfield. The Sonic and Knuckles era in Detroit ends. A new identity in Houston begins. And the ripple effects will show up not just in stat sheets, but in how both teams choose to win games this fall.